Hey guys, GM, and welcome to another AMA with the YGG community. It is our Q4 2023 up to Feb 2024 update, and we have a full stack team. We have Gabby Dizon, Beryl, Mark, Andy, Angel, and Kazuo giving us the latest updates, and I'm pretty sure everyone has a ton of burning questions for the team over here. So don't forget, we are live on Discord with the community. If you want to do a live chat, want to talk to Gabby, Angel, Mark, or anyone else, we're all here on the YGG Discord. We are in the AMA discussion text channel, but also we are live across the board: Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and yeah. Guys, don't forget to like and share. And first off, we have the one and only Beryl. Beryl, how's it going? I've seen that you've had a blast over at WEF in Davos. Well, what's up?
Yes, hi. Glad to be here. Hello, everyone. Yes, it's our second year in attending the Davos event during the World Economic Forum. Early in January, we were there for DWF Labs' event, and yeah, we talked about the future of like YGG, how excited we are, with Web3. We're very bullish about gaming in this cycle, especially this year in 2024. So I think that is the biggest takeaway in all of Davos. There's a lot of fascination in blockchain trends in general, right? But gaming is one of the biggest areas where the community and leaders within those attending Davos are excited about.
Awesome. And yeah, it's just, really exciting to see YGG alongside, like the leaders, not only in the space, but, in the whole industry and the whole world as well. But yeah, Beryl, I believe that you have some updates for us. So April, would you do the honors?
Oh, yeah, so I think this is like my part for the community update. So just to actually give you guys like numbers, we are in a very good position in terms of our investments. This is mostly like capital. This does not reflect the revenues that's being generated by the assets, although we've seen a decrease in the value of game partners in the form of some of the NFTs, just because we've held, I think 80 to 90% of our portfolio was mostly Axis, which actually depreciated during, the bear market in the last year or two. However, we've managed to diversify our portfolio into various assets that have actually pulled up the performance of our game partnerships. But most excitingly, we actually engage into guild partnerships, which is now on the positive side. And we're really excited because in the coming few weeks and months, most of our guild partners, or some of them, are actually going to go TGE, right? So we're going to be looking forward to some upside on the performance of some of our guild partners during TGE. And if you've actually noticed, infrastructure partnerships have done extremely well for us. And from $5.5 million of capital, we're now looking into a $25 million worth of our capital mark to market for those infrastructure partnerships. Not to mention, we are actually putting together a Treasury report, and one of the revenues that we're seeing from the assets of our some of the assets that we hold are from revenue streams in the form of validator. So for example, for Ronin, we're making $200,000 per month, right? And those numbers are not reflected in this presentation at all. So that's it for my presentation. Over to the next person, Sedano.
Thanks so much, Beryl. And yeah, speaking of assets, we have our head of asset management, Kazuo, up next. How are you doing, Kazuo?
Doing well, thanks. Yeah, so I'll briefly go over some assets we purchased recently. So of course we got into Pixels. You guys were very loud about that one throughout the whole uh, cycle, the whole bull market almost. So hopefully a lot of you guys are rich now because that one has done well. We got into Overworld, Freemint. So we got 67 Overworld Incarnate NFTs. Excited to see what they do there. Senko Game Corp was one we've been tracking for a while, and yeah, we watched this one go down like I don't know 80% down to around $12, and decided to make a punt for some tokens. So we acquired these at around $20,000, and now it's worth I haven't checked the price today, but well over like 150K. So that's in under a month or so. So it's done well. Cypher Odyssey, another game that surprised us. We invested in this back in 2021, but we decided to double dip and grab some more tokens just based on the quality of the game that they've been working on, and kind of weaving in some really interesting AI agent features that we like to see in this cycle from a narrative perspective. Yeah, and then speaking of AI, we've also been, just like a quick update, we've been working with the Synesys One team, kind of instead of like leveraging players' gaming skills, we're leveraging their human intelligence to label data, and that data is being used to train machine learning models, deep learning, like symbolic AI systems. So that's like a really cool kind of new vertical for us as a guild, like utilizing our player liquidity in the way of human intelligence. So that's it for me. But thank you guys, and it's awesome to see everybody here. I'll send
Yeah,
it off to the next person.
and Kazuo, I remember one of our previous community updates, right? You mentioned that there are a lot of these assets that we've been looking at for the longest time, and they were at a discount for the longest time, and now we're starting to see the upside of like those purchases thanks to you, of course. So big props, and yeah, a lot of exciting stuff to look out for, especially for our YGG community who are going to be using some of our gaming NFTs pretty soon, right? So thanks again, Kazuo. And up next we have Leia. I think you are one of the stars of this AMA because I do remember, and it's still lingering in my head, our New York Times feature, and you do have more updates, not just that one. How you doing, Leia?
You are too kind, Sedano. Thank you for that wonderful intro. Yeah, we have had a pretty banger month for media coverage. It's been awesome. And it all happened while we were in San Francisco for the Game Developers Conference. So it was like amazing timing. We kicked off the week with a New York Times article. And for anyone who's not familiar with that particular publication, because it is an international one, it's very well recognized in America, but might not be as big across Asia. But one of the biggest, oldest, most influential newspapers in the whole world. And it's very, very difficult to get into that publication. So to see some of our own guild members, our own community members in that newspaper is just like mind-blowing. I cannot begin to tell you how important that is, like on a global level. On an international scale, this is really like, it's the creme de la creme of like media coverage. It's very, very good. And it was our very own JB, formerly known as Mahale, and Dizzy, featured in this. They're an absolutely incredible photo shoot featuring them. It was also in print. I'm gonna like put in the chat right now. You can see the tweet to see that this was in the front page of the business section of the New York Times as well this week. And we also had TP from Real Deal Guild. So shout out to those guys. This was just like amazing, like literally the Philippines on the world stage. So congratulations to those guys. They have amazing stories. They absolutely deserve to be in that newspaper. And I couldn't be more proud to see them there. So well done, guys. You are making the Philippines and YGG so freaking proud. So that was huge. That was like just kicking off the GDC week. Then during the week, we had the announcement of YGG token on Ronin, which was obviously huge. You can see on this slide here, if you can see the slide, it was actually covered by a whole bunch of different publications. And interestingly, not just publications in the Philippines, but outside as well. So like General Crypto News was picking this up. It was a pretty big deal. I think all of us were very excited about YGG on Ronin. And then finally, right at the end of the week, we had an amazing article by Andrew Haywood on Decrypt. Best crypto publication for Web3 gaming. They're really dedicated to it. And Andrew Haywood is a really interesting journalist. He's been covering traditional gaming for like 2 decades, but is actually into Web3 and really gets the space. So it's probably like only him and maybe Dean Takahashi at GamesBeat are the only journalists in the world with their kind of expertise. And Andrew Haywood did a great interview with Gabby about YGG's transition to a guild protocol and broke it down in this article. And I have to say, like, if you're interested, Gabby's going to talk about it more later, but if you're interested in understanding more about what that actually means and what it's going to look like going forward, definitely read that Decrypt article. I'll pop it in the chat for you. It's really, really good. Actually, I'll put the tweet in there so that you can also share it, because I think it's a really great resource for the whole community. So yeah, it's been a little bit quiet on the media front for a while. Like, you kind of expect that in the crypto winter because, you know, everything kind of dies down a bit. But in that really critical week for us at the Game Developers Conference, we really saw things like heating up. And for me, that was pretty bullish and very exciting. So enjoy your reading time, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so much positive energy, both IRL and online. There's so much happening. Love the energy that we have on Discord right now. And of course, everybody's already energized for our coming road trip in the Philippines. But before that, we had such a great week at GDC in San Francisco just a couple of weeks back. So we were at Bucks Galore, or no, we were at House of Shields, and then we had a real life energy party along with our friends with Ronin and Pixel. So I got to see Heidi, I got to see Luke, got to see a lot of our friends. And on the Ronin side, we were with our YGG team there. And interestingly, while we were starting this party, this is when we launched the super quest between YGG and Pixel. So it was very frantic, and Angel was working with Tyler to finish everything. And yeah, there was so much positive energy. The Ronin community was there in full force, and it was such a really great energy party. Later that week, we had a really nice party as well with our friends from Base, Iskra, and Parallel. So Parallel, of course, is a game that we've been supporting since last year. We've got DC and Equinox, a lot of people from YGG Pilipinas and One Turntail playing the game. And yeah, I think Parallel is one of the games that we the community and from the competitive tournament side as well. So overall, it was great meeting a lot of game partners. A lot of games that we're talking to are launching this year. A bunch of them decided to support us on the upcoming road trip. And yeah, there's just a lot of action that's going to be happening this year.
For sure. And definitely a lot of new and old friends that you've met again, Gabby. I'm pretty sure that, you know, the vibes have been changing, especially, you know, with the, you know, recent updates with the market. But also, right, Gabby, on-chain guilds. It's something that we've been building for the longest time. And now, you know, we are seeing more and more projects, you know, actually acknowledging the need for having, you know, not only the tools, but also the infrastructure, but most importantly, the community to use, you know, these systems that we're building. So what does it look like for on-chain guilds in YGG, Gabby?
Yeah, so there's a lot happening on the website and on the platform side. Last month, you saw the release of the Super Quest, and then communicating to the crypto market at large is, don't think of YGG itself or as even as the large guild protocol that wants to help guilds of all sizes. So that's why we're very happy to see like NFTX Street being featured. We're happy to see a lot of guilds in Pixels being featured. We have a lot of different partners. It was really nice to kind of share the stage with Player W3 and then launch Pixels guilds from there. So think of YGG itself as the platform that wants to feature your guild, right? We want to make your guild successful. And apart from what we're doing with quests, later this year, we are launching on-chain guilds. And on-chain guild is a way for guilds to have their own multi-sig wallet, your own member list, and the ability to go on quests, not just as an individual gamer, but as your own guild. So this is something that we're very excited about. And yeah, one of the things that we're really looking forward to releasing later this year.
And we do have on screen as a screenshot, Gabby in-game himself in Pixels. So I think this is one of the first few times that we are seeing you actively as an NPC giving out quests. We also have Block Lords, right? We also have Lord Gabby Dizon up there. But you know, speaking of Pixels, YGG and Ronin, that was pretty huge, Gabby. What went on there?
Yeah, so we're just really happy to help Pixels, and even before Pixels went into Ronin Network, we were working with them. Elephantium is here, so thank you for all of the work that you've done with us. We've done 2 seasons of Guild Advancement Program with Pixels, and now when we started doing the quest on Ronin, you see that our community that have done the quest are the ones that know a lot about Pixels and even have some of the previous materials needed to finish quests. So that's a really big advantage. And now that we are on the guild side of Pixels, expect us to be doing more quests with Pixels in the future.
It's super cool because we're starting to see, you know, a lot more of YGG players all around the world, you know, become active, join us once again in these games that are being released, seeing new friends, meeting new friends, you know, reconnecting with old friends. But yeah, I mean, in general, you know, the whole YGG network has been growing, and we have the one and only Andy, who will be talking about our guild partnerships to help accelerate that whole progress and the growth of the YGG network. Andy, how are you doing, man?
Doing very well. Thank you for the intro, and hi, everyone. So yeah, I'll just do a quick update on the global network here with our 8 regional guild partners. That's amongst us and our guild partners, and you know that was dated as February 2024. And we definitely look forward to making that increasing that number. You know, I'll also talk a little bit about kind of some traction some of our guild partners are seeing. So for example, on the YGG side, they've been doing a lot of work on the platform. You know, they've hit 41,000 registered users. They've been working on different marketing engagement projects with games like Medicine, which I know many of you enjoy. And you know, all these different projects are sort of helping drive revenue for them. You know, things like Rentals in Big Time, and just like many other projects this year, they are gearing up for their token launch. I did also want to highlight that we did finalize a partnership with NYXL in Q4 of last year. So they're our guild partner for the North America region. You know, they you know, some of you may know them for being an esports and gaming organization out of New York. But a lot on board call the Western game population into Web3. So just to summarize on sort of this page here, you know, we're seeing a lot of really encouraging signs with our partner guilds. It's been a pretty, you know, rough bear market, and many have had to pivot from, you know, the different original business models and things. But I think the silver lining here is that a lot of them are coming out on the other side, battle tested. They've been building community, shipping a lot of product these last few years. So yeah, a lot to look forward to with our guild partners. So yeah, that's it for my update, Sedano.
Yep, and also definitely a lot of events happening and also being, co-presented, co-sponsored by our guild partners all over the world. So this is where, YGG members get to meet other members of YGG guild partners, maybe even start their own Telegram groups, maybe even start their own sub-guilds. So there's already a lot of collaboration happening even on the community level. And that is also a lot of thanks to our community team, who's been working really, really hard, not only on our products like Gap, but just building the community as well. So up next to talk about community and its products, we have the whole community team, of course, led by our friend Mark Tad.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, all the attendees here. I'm here with the rest of the crew, and we're excited to share what we have in store for you. First off, we appreciate all the support on the last season of Gap, and we are gearing up for the next one, which is coming later this month. So stay tuned, watch out for announcement. But more broadly, we are also firing on all cylinders to expand our global testing program to include more side quests and progression opportunity. We are bringing a new lead for our creator program, and then we're exploring ways to recognize and celebrate all your contributions. So we'll do it as a group, and I have them here. Landfill, do you want to share more about what's coming this season?
Sure thing. Hey everyone, amazing turnout today. Super excited to read all this, try and keep up with all this chat mayhem. Looking forward to Gap Season 5. It's coming soon. It's been in the works. There's a lot of changes coming to the structure and how the season's going to work, and we're super excited about that. So we will be implementing YGG points. So that will be kind of you'll be earning those with your quests. So really excited about the rollout of that. More information on that to come, so keep your eyes out for Medium posts, and we'll have some AMAs specifically. Also really excited about our first premium quests, and so this is the opportunity to burn YGG tokens in exchange for exclusive rewards and opportunities. We're going to really be looking to build those out, and excited to roll those out as a part of this next season. The other kind of big change, which is really exciting, is a kind of a restructure of the season into blocks. So instead of one huge season where everything's launched at once and it's all open for a big long period of time, we're moving to something more modular. So we're going to have the season roll out in these blocks, and it'll be more focused on the games. Really excited for that. So in block 1, which will be the opening block of the season, where we're going to have quests for Pixels, Mighty Action Heroes, Block Lords, Rumble Racing Star. So those games are going to be included out of the gate, but obviously as the season rolls forward, we're going to have so many more games included in that. Super excited about Parallels, My Pet Hooligan, Nifty Islands, Axie, of course, and Star Atlas, and loads more games on top of that. So you can see those roll out in phases, and be excited for the games that you want to get involved in. The other big thing this season is the introduction of the bounty program, and so this is our community leadership and sort of community program development quests. So here's where the bounties will be related to moderators. The game testing program is Maze building amazing things there. So huge step forward in game testing bounties, as well as content creator programs and KOLs. So really excited about a lot to come, a lot of changes for this season, and you'll be getting a bunch more information about that through this month. So.
Thanks, Landfill. I think that's a good segue to the creator and testing. So why don't we pass it to Cairo and then Mazing.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Hello, YGG community. It's good to be here, and good to be in this community update. A lot of you guys probably know me from the Axie Infinity community as a content creator. I formerly was a part of Moku, as many of you probably know. I helped build out the original Axie Infinity creator program, and I have been brought on board YGG to help build out our creator program now. And we've had quite a few updates happen since I've been brought on board, but I tried to create a list of the most recent ones. We kicked off our inaugural YGG sponsored Simplified Space. This is hosted by Sam Stefanina. He's a member of the Wolves DAO, actually one of the core team members over there. He won Creator of the Year last year at the Games Awards. And, the goal of this sponsorship was basically just to help YGG break out into the wider Web3 gaming market and spread the word on on-chain guilds. In the first episode, a lot of people were very, very receptive to the idea of this, and that was really good to see. Sounds like people really want to see guilds go to the next level in this new cycle. We also recently brought Cuckoo back to the team. He is on the community team as a creator. Many of you know Cuckoo, an OG in the YGG community. I'm currently creating a quest list and drafting this up for YGG's up and coming creators. So you guys can come show your talent and then get on YGG's radar for the future and whenever we get new activations. So be on the lookout for that. And then we're currently gathering guilds to partner with as we move forward with our new on-chain guild products. I've been talking to a lot of people from all over the place. And then I think lastly, I've been speaking with quite a few different games that we're going to be partnering with for both our creators and our competitors. There's a lot of new games that are coming up that I think have a lot of promise that I think YGG's community is going to definitely want to get involved with. So be on the lookout for those updates from me. I have no ETA on them currently, but once we get those finalized, you will definitely hear word from me. And yeah, super happy to be a part of the team and be here talking with all of you guys. Thanks for the cool turnout.
Thanks, Cairo. Amazing. You have a lot in store too, right? You want to share?
Yep. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Shout out to our game testers in the chat. So yeah, a lot of stuff like what you've heard from Landfill and Mark. We've been cooking up a lot of stuff for our game testers. A quick update. We now average at 600 game testers per test. That's a huge bump from 200 last season. So shout out to you guys. You've been really grinding a lot of game tests lately. So yeah, along with that, you do know now about our elite game tester circle. So we are trying to create quests for you guys and a lot of exciting stuff like our official YGG GT badge that will unlock a lot of quests and a lot of stuff for you as well. And later on, we will show you our growth chart so you can keep track of all of your achievements all throughout the season. And of course, it's time to level up your game testing journey. So yep, a lot more. So we'll keep you posted. And again, thank you so much, guys, for keeping up with the program. Cheers.
Thanks, amazing. So yeah, the keyword there is really level up as the guild grows, and as we have everyone here, we want all of us to take our skills and our engagement to the next stage. And yeah, I appreciate your support. Maybe we'll close this out with Fallen. I know you're in the front lines posting all the very important reminders. Anything on your side?
Want to get everyone's been bringing. It's been very busy, as you all know. Thank you for your patience with the Super Quest tickets and airdrop related tickets. We are trying our best to rectify those issues. We're obviously leaning towards more of a blanket repair that will fix the issues for everybody versus individually. So again, as soon as we get some update from our dev team or any related party, you can definitely be sure that we'll be doing an at everybody in the Discord to inform you guys. So please bear with us. Thank you for your patience. super excited for what we have in store, especially with Gap coming out. Hopefully around the end of the month there. Again, we will have all the related messaging once we set down the dates and everything to keep you in the loop, and probably have an AMA, shout out to Spracky there, where we kind of walk you through all the big changes that are coming to Gap that we're not going to touch on here, to keep you well informed and prepare you for that next upcoming Gap season and seasons after that. So yeah, super excited for this year, guys, and yeah, together we play.
Awesome. Thanks for the updates, Fallen. And definitely Gap Season 5 will be bigger and better. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for updates, because that might just be happening pretty soon. But on the other hand, we also have huge updates from the Super Quests. And we have Angel on the other line to tell us more about, the recent success, not only in Axie Infinity, but also in our very recent Pixel Super Quest. Angel, how's it been going for you? I heard that you guys shipped the update right during GDC. That was insane.
Yeah, that was crazy. But it was great. It was great energy, and it felt like the right moment to do it. And yeah, dragged Tyler across the hotel and go launch. Yeah, it's been a really busy quarter. Thank you everyone for coming out, learning and playing. I feel like we eons ago, but back in January we launched the Axie Super Quest. We became the in-game trainer, as many of you know. We were able to offer Cuckoo, Spam and Rice courses inside the game, and was able to scale the learning for all the players, which was our goal. And yeah, over 26,000 of you guys signed up, and lots of you completed the different various levels. So thank you so much. Then we try something new, special exclusive season 7, where there is a exclusive badge and trying out different premium content, going deeper than we've ever done, covering new features like the gem store and parts evolution. I hope you guys like that one and learn something new there. And then we have new Pixels. This March, Gabby became the NPC like we talked about, guiding all of our players inside the guild hall with player W3 and teaching us all of these new guild features that came out. We put together some fun puzzles game. Saw a lot of you making guides for our guide, so really appreciate it. This month we're going to feature every single guild out there. So if you are part of a guild or you created one, reach out, DM us, and we will feature your guild. Love to do that. And we still have a contest coming out. We will be picking winners April 30th. All you need to do is complete the Super Quest and get the Player W3 badge. From there, we'll automatically draw 4 unique winners. The grand prize is a Founder Coin NFT, and then we also have 3 annual VIP passes to give away. And we're working on a fun raffle, so almost ready. We will be announcing some details very soon on that. And thank you again for everyone supporting Super Quest, coming out and playing. Our cohort of Super Quest from these few drops, now we have over 140,000 players. You guys are rock stars. It's a great cohort of players that are serious and playing, learning together. And I can't wait to make more of these. So just let us know which game you would like to play and learn, and we'll make it happen.
Thanks, Angel. I think the coolest part about Super Quests is that there are more and more players finding out about YGG in-game. Mm-hmm. So it's not just, the guys in the YGG community now being able to do quests, learn more about, all the other programs that we have, but it's actually the people in game. So super exciting stuff, Angel. And, we're really, really excited to see more tricks that you guys have up your sleeve with the whole Super Quests team. Cheers, Angel. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
And yeah, so Gabby, we are going to be going back to you because we want to just get a few updates on the recent success of the YGG Web3 Games Summit that happened last November in the Philippines. It was insane. We've seen over 5,000 people from all over the world come together and, just jam it out with the future of Web3 games, even, despite the market conditions, previously. So, Gabby, how was W3GS for you?
Yeah, it was such an amazing week. We weren't sure how it would turn out because the market was still not so good then. But then a few weeks before W3GS, the market started turning, and then people suddenly confirmed that they were coming to Manila. So we had an amazing week. A lot of game founders came in. Gio was there. Seb of Sandbox was there. Michael of Start Atlas was there. Pavel of Mixmob was there. There's a lot more founders that came in. We saw a lot of different kind of games. Different chains supported us: Base, Expla, Polygon, Aptos, Linea, Tezos. We had investors come in, and most importantly, a lot of our players came. Like, I was there with Gio. We were distributing pixel stickers to people who were in line going to the expo. It was so much fun, and yeah, it was just so much positive energy, and it showed our visitors from around the world that the place for Web3 gaming is really Manila. It's the Philippines. And we had so many community members, guild members come in from all over the Philippines and even outside of the Philippines going into Manila. I've heard that from Batangas, over 1,000 people actually came in and bussed all the way to Manila just for W3GS. We had a lot of really great student support from STI as well. And yeah, it was we had great tournaments, show matches. Yeah, it was just a lovely event. And yeah, because of that, we are going to do W3GS again this year in November again. So watch out for that.
Nice. I mean, at the event itself, right? Like, everyone had their eyes on YGG. Like, we didn't expect, the success that we had that event in November. But as you said, Gabby, we are going to be coming back even bigger, even stronger this year. So I definitely would want to see everybody come over to the Philippines. Hopefully, those guys who didn't make it last year, we will be seeing you IRL. But also, before, the conference, we actually just kicked off the YGG road trip. So the YGG road trip is hosted by YGG Pilipinas, and they are going to be bringing W3GS and the games that we love in YGG PH to your cities. So don't worry, because we might just be coming to a city near you, right, Gabby? And yeah, so Gabby, the sentiment around GameFi and Web3 games, NFTs, it has been changing throughout, the past months, the past year. But, YGG still is coming out stronger than ever, with the new products, bigger team, stronger community, more leaderboards to top with our different games. But yeah, Gabby, why is that? So what's happening with YGG?
Yeah, so first of all, I really want to thank everyone who stuck with us through the bear market. The reason why we are doing so well right now is because people believed in us and really work with us through the bear market to continue the spirit of YGG. When we started GAP Season 1, this was 2 years ago already. I think there were only around 300 people that did GAP S1. And then even as late as GAP S3, there's around 600 people that did it in the middle of bear market. And then S4 was over 3,000 people, and we're expecting a lot more people doing S5 when we launch soon. And yeah, so it's because of our community. There's a lot of talk right now in crypto about there's so many games launching, but we need player liquidity. And what does player liquidity mean? It actually means you, the players, coming in, going there, not only playing the game, posting about the game, being a game tester, being a game mod, creating UGC, creating your own islands, being very noisy on Twitter. That is what player liquidity means, and this is where YG is the best at for in all over the world. Nobody can beat us when it comes to player liquidity, and again, it's because of you, our community, that makes it happen. So now the world is starting to notice us. Now all of the games want to work with us. We're participating in play to airdrop campaigns. Everyone has quests now. There are a lot of games that are participating in GAP, and I just want to make sure that we keep the quality bar high. Go in, let's recruit people, let's train them to be really good questers, and yeah, let's continue the good work.
Super cool. And Gabby, what's really exciting is that more and more games are slowly coming out, and it's the YGG community themselves that are jumping right in and showing us the games that they love, right? We discover a lot of games from the community. We have our guild partners, we have our sub guilds, we have AXU, NFT Street, who just opened their own boot camp. We have Guild House, who's building their own boot camp as well. We have our sub guilds, our guild partners like Tilt. We have Roman Star Atlas. It's just really good to see everyone coming together and just pushing this movement forward. And it's nothing but exciting stuff for the YGG community and our network and our friends. But yeah, first of all, thank you to everyone who has been there, who has been supporting us all throughout, and it's going to be a really, really exciting year for everyone in 2024. But again, guys, I think it's our favorite part of the show. We have our AMA, so make sure to drop those questions right now on our Discord chat. So if you guys are watching on Twitter, shout out to everyone on Twitter, like almost like 900, maybe 1,000 live viewers. If you're across the board, make sure to join us on the YGG Discord. That's discord.gg/YGG, and drop your questions at the AMA discussion channel, because that's where the party is at. So we have a few questions lined up here. I think this was already answered in the chat by Gabby, but for everyone else listening, we have a quick question. It's regarding GAP rewards. So what will happen to the rewards quantity? Since more questers will join this season, does that mean that the rewards will stay the same, increase, or decrease? How will that work?
Yeah, so this is actually a really good question, and this goes back to why we're implementing points at the start. So we're not only doing points because now it's popular for all projects to start with points before tokens, but we're doing points because we actually have no idea how many people are going to join, and so we don't want to lock ourselves with a fixed number of tokens. So having points allows us to see how many people are joining, how many points are being earned, and be able to calibrate rewards so that we can basically serve everyone who's coming into the game.
All right, there you have it, and thanks for answering that question, Gabby. Up next, we have a really interesting question here for Leia. So it's super cool to see YGG on New York Times. So we're curious to know, so what's our relationship with the writer of that article, and can we expect more high quality content, articles, and news on this level in the future, Leia?
Very interesting question, and I think anyone who is part of the story, and there are a lot more people in the YGG community who contributed to that story who didn't actually make it into the article. So I just want to give a little shout out to the amazing community that did do a lot of work to help educate that New York Times journalist in terms of being able to tell an authentic story about the Philippines. But the way that came about was actually pretty unusual. I knew the journalist from his days working at CoinDesk. He was an intern there. He actually started in 2020 when NFTs weren't cool. And someone kind of gave him this shitty beat that no one else wanted to do. So while everyone was covering Bitcoin and Ethereum, as I'm sure all of you would know, that went pretty well for him. and he's wound up by the age of 25 writing for the New York Times. But he's actually part Filipino, and his family lives in Quezon City. So before he started his new job, he'd reached out to me and said, oh, hey, like, I'm going to come visit the Philippines. Could you help me meet the local community? So that's really where that story started. And the reason that I tell you that is because it's very unusual. Like, seeing Web3 gaming in the New York Times in a publication as mainstream as that is really unusual. So I guess in terms of like seeing more high profile content like that, I would hope that we see more of it. This could be like a real precedent that gives other publications real confidence to do stories like that. But it is pretty unusual. Like, we sort of have to remember in terms of the media that, you know, as much as we love Web3 gaming, even the crypto space kind of thinks that Web3 gaming is niche. So it is very unusual to get stories like that. But now that we've got it, it really could pave the way for other things like that. And I've definitely had interest from other journalists from publications like Bloomberg, for example, Reuters. They've reached out since with interest. So I don't want to say too much. I don't want to commit to anything, but yeah, I do feel like it could set us up for some more high profile coverage in future, but you know, watch this space.
Really good point there, Leia, right? So I think it's going to be a good segue to my next question for Gabby, like regarding, you know, the sentiment about, you know, what they think about Web3 games. You know, is it a niche? Is it gonna be bigger? Is it gonna blow up this year? So Gabby, this one's for you again. What was the sentiment overall at GDC for Web3 games? Like, has it been different from last year, or, you know, like what was the vibe?
Yeah, it was actually very different, especially what you're seeing right now with a lot of the traditional game sector. It's slowing down. There's a lot of people getting laid off from game studios. And actually, one of the only sources of growth now is in Web3 games. So now that you're seeing a lot of high quality titles launch, tokens launching this year, Web3 games is one of the only sectors that's still growing. So people are definitely paying more attention. We don't have a breakout hit yet. We don't have our Clash of Clans or League of Legends yet. We're not quite there, but I think there are some games that could be those breakout hits launching this year.
I agree, 100%. And we are starting to see a lot of communities rally behind games that they love, right? We've seen this with Pixels. We've seen this with Big Time. We've seen this with Star Atlas, and you know, like, these games have been building the past 3-4 years. So we are getting closer, and it's just going to be nothing but an exciting year for everyone. And yeah, maybe Gabby, I want to follow up with another. Since YGG is transitioning into a guild protocol, is the original roadmap still relevant? If so, what phase are we in, or are we fully committing to a guild protocol from this day forward?
Yeah, so a lot has changed since the original white paper. Learn about more that what's happening. So recently, of course, we launched the YGG token on the Ronin network, and this is very important for us because a lot of our questers are actually on Ronin. So it was a hard time for people to access quests on Ronin but get rewarded with a YGG token on Polygon. It was very confusing for a lot of our players. So it was very important for us to launch the YGG token on Ronin so that you can also get rewards on Ronin as well. And as I've said, like, you want to hold your YGG to eat steak, so make sure to hold that YGG. And after minding the gap, I think we will all be eating steak. And then later this year, we're also doing on-chain guilds. We don't want to commit to particular timing because things might change, but I think that gives you a good clue for what to look forward to this year.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for that, Gabby. Something really cool, right? Like, is all of these quests, all GAP, super quests, these NFTs that we get, these soulbound tokens, right? So it's not only the rewards that we're getting at the end of every season, after every achievement, but it's also you being able to stack up all of these achievements. I think, Phil, I'd want to get your insights on this. Yeah, so what are we actually building here for our reputation with all of these next 5, maybe 6, maybe even a year or two?
Yeah, it's a great question. One of the most exciting parts about Web3 and kind of community involvement in projects is that we can record the work and activity, and you have an on-chain record of what you're participating in the space. And YGG specifically has been a leader on this since day one. We've been really leading the pack in kind of offering these questing opportunities and these soulbound token badges that show your history. And so earlier in the chat, I saw Gohan flexing that he was Gap season 1. Like these are already starting to be things that we can show as the reputation of how long we've been here, what games we're playing, and that reflects directly your experience. So we've been laying this foundation for a long time. I know you've heard Gabby speak about this in podcasts and stuff, and really excited for what we can build on top of this as the reputations are starting to be established. I think in Gap specifically, you're going to see more quests that have prerequisites that are depending on the previous work. And this is already like who we turn to for moderator selection and things like this. So tons of potential to build around this. And this is one of the most exciting things that Web3 offers for users and projects to build through.
Awesome, and thanks so much for that, Landful. I think a piece here that sticks to many of our members in the community is them being able to get achievements that aren't only in game but also have something to do with their skill sets. Right, so we also have Cairo building out, the content, program for YGG now, and we also have Mei Zing who's working on game testers. So like also these other pieces of of questing that we're doing, it's not only related to games, but it's also for us to use moving forward as maybe even our metaverse resume. I think I've seen a tweet from Gabby. That maybe a retweet that Gabby shared recently that there were members from the YGG community using Gap badges as part of their resume. So it's already actually happening and people are already using it. And I think that's where the importance of YGG coming in as a guild protocol lies, right? It's being able to acknowledge our achievements as a guild in YGG, but also across other projects. Maybe May, I'd love to ask a question about game testers. So we've seen a lot of success from the program. We're averaging around 600 game testers. For those who are going to be joining us in the next season, so what's the best way to get started as a game tester?
So we do have a link to our all of the forms that you need to do. So basically, it's just fill out the form. Be sure to be in the main YGG Discord server, and of course on the game testers server. And then we will give you a role, and that will start your journey. We're excited to share with you guys the growth chart, because that's gonna be a roadmap for everyone, and your journey to being a Kage. So yeah, yes, leaks. There's the leak. So shout out to every game tester there. Hello guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I myself can't wait to join next season's quests for the game testers. I mean, everyone's super excited about Gap. Maybe, Angel and the team at Super Quest have more tricks up their sleeve. Who knows? Maybe next month, maybe, really soon. So everyone at home, right? So just make sure that you are updated. Make sure that you're following YGG across the board. Also, YGG Pilipinas, with their upcoming road trip, there are going to be a lot of events happening, a lot of meetups, and maybe just even seeing our friends that we usually play with in game are going to be there as well. So don't forget, it's YGG at Yield Guild on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Discord. And yeah, Gabby, we are at the top of the hour and we are super excited for the next coming months. Any closing remarks that you'd want to share with the community?
Please watch DC's videos on parallel. No, just kidding. Yeah, of course you want to watch it, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in a lot of different games. We're counting on your support, so find the game that you're most interested in. We want you to contribute as a game tester, as a moderator, creating UGC, as a streamer, as a player, as an esports player. All of these are important, and we really want to show the best of what YGG has to offer.
Awesome. So guys, there you have it. This is the YGG Community Update for Q4 2023 up to February 2024. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for all the other upcoming news. Cheers, and thank you to everyone who made it here tonight. We will be seeing you in the metaverse. Peace out, YGG fam.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Together we play.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Please. Ingat.
Bye.
Good morning, GM everyone again. Welcome to YGG Web3 Games Summit 2023. I hope everyone is excited as I am as YGG is once again bringing the hottest up-and-coming games together with leading industry personalities from across the globe to the hub of the Web3 gaming adoption, the Philippines. Let's go!
It's clear that as we enter a new cycle, Philippines will remain the beating heart of Web3 gaming.
Passion can come and go, but to be there to show up every day, even when you don't feel like it. So I think it's really that. It's grit and passion together.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of the YGG Web3 Games Summit 2023.
So if you think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, it's not. It takes, just like any other job, it takes a lot of work to be able to present it, to be able to show it to people, and to be able to bring value to the table.
You know, there's no job too small. I always believe that. So no matter how small your contribution is, it affects the ecosystem.
Just do not stop, right? Just do not stop. Just keep creating. Just keep consuming. Keep overflowing your love and your knowledge to everyone around you. And I think that's a very good tip for students.
I really believe that having a great career is a matter of luck, but definitely hard work on your part, diligence and the continuous improvement.
We
We have absolutely loved being in the Philippines so far. Everybody is so awesome, and you guys, the gamers of the Philippines, are the best gamers in the world that we've seen so far. Honestly, it's the truth.
It's an honor to be here today to witness the Zeno Pro Tour Manila 2023, ang pinakamalaking Wave 3 sports tournament sa bansa ngayong taon.
YGG